In chapter 23, verse 6, Allah the Almighty has stipulated another sign of a believer. Allah the Almighty states, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ, and who guard their chastity. To safeguard and protect one's chastity and modesty is certainly not only the task of women, but is also incumbent upon men. To guard one's chastity does not only mean that the person should avoid sexual relations outside of marriage. Rather, the Prophet Muhammad has taught us that it means that a believer should always keep his eyes and ears pure from anything that is indecent or immoral. As I mentioned earlier, one thing that is completely obscene is pornography. And to view it is to forego the chastity of one's eyes and ears. It is also wrong and against Islamic teachings of modesty for boys and girls to mix freely, to form relationships or inappropriate friendships. We say to Ahmadi ladies that they should observe Purdah, and I also advise this to our women and tell them to protect their modesty. However, in the Holy Quran, even before Allah has instructed women to observe Purdah, He has instructed believing men to lower their gazes and to keep their hearts and minds free from lustful thoughts or intentions. This is why Allah the Almighty has very clearly stated in chapter 24, verse 31, that قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ وَيَحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَهُمْ ذَلِكَ أَزْكَى لَهُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا يَصْنَعُونَ. Say to the believing men that they restrain their looks and guard their private parts. That is purer for them. Surely Allah is well aware of what they do. Whilst men have not been instructed to physically do Purdah in the way that women have, the Quran has made it clear that they should purify their eyes, and this means that they should not look at women in a lustful way, and that they keep their minds pure and free from all forms of potential temptation. This is the Purdah required of men, and it is the means of protecting society from impurity, indecency, and danger. No teaching of Islam can be considered shallow or superficial. Rather, every one of its teachings is underpinned by great wisdom and depth. Hence, by telling men to lower their gaze, Islam actually teaches self-control, because normally it is through sight that a man's emotions and desire are stirred. To safeguard society from impropriety and wrongdoing, Islam has instructed both men and women to keep their eyes down amongst people of the opposite sex, or for that matter, anything that may increase one's lust and outside the prohibited degrees. Remember that modesty is an essential character trait of a khadim, and so you must avoid all things that violate the Islamic injunction of chastity. If you are successful in this, then you can claim true spiritual prosperity and advancement.